Hello, Verblingites. My name is Holly, and I will be your the trainer today. And I look forward to talking to you. This is an advanced vocabulary lesson uh, on problem solving, and so that is the lesson today. So we'll be systematically going through vocabulary for problem solving. So. And I am happy to be here today. I personally have had some problems today. One of them is my computer has decided it isn't working right, and so bear with me a moment.
Hi, Holly.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. Have you
Nice to
managed
see
to
you.
check Erno Rubik?
I have it open, and I actually will look at it after class. So,
Yeah, okay.
but yeah, so I'm quickly trying to open the next. PowerPoints. Usually I have everything open before class, and then right before the last class, I ran into a problem, and my Google Chrome would not open.
Mhm.
And now I'm having a problem because my PowerPoint, I'm going to have to go Control Alt Delete and close out PowerPoint.
Mhm.
Second, um, because it's not okay. Um, Yeah, so it's like, have you ever had those days where just nothing seems to work right? Yeah. So it's 7 o'clock. Have you had breakfast this morning?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. I am planning to have a breakfast after this lesson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you plan on eating?
I don't know. I don't know. I have to choose something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
At the moment, I am focusing on English due to have a better job than actual, as I mentioned before last occasion.
Excuse me?
Uh, I am focusing on English at the moment
Oh.
due to have a better job than actual.
Mm-hmm.
So my English must be improved as soon as possible.
I understand. I totally
Yeah,
get that. Yeah. And and I think a lot of people are doing that, in order to improve their life. They're trying to get a better job, and sometimes in order to do that, they have to improve their English.
yeah.
So,
E-
yeah,
English English is a must to
yeah,
have a good job in Hungary and in Europe. I think.
yeah, and I think it's pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and so bear with me a moment. I'm not normally like this. How are you doing, Araceli?
Hi, I'm fine. I'm just having breakfast.
Are you having breakfast?
Yeah.
Cornell has decided to wait till after class to have breakfast.
Yeah.
So.
Arcali is.
There was somebody in my class yesterday, and I swear she was doing dishes. I can't remember what class it was, but I was thinking, should I ask her, or would that embarrass her? So, um, but anyway, so today's topic is on problem solving, and so let's go ahead and get started. I've had one of those days. Araceli, so bear with me. I went to start I went onto the Verbling site about 10 minutes before my last class, and then I went to start the site, and it wouldn't let me. And so I restarted my computer, and which meant I had to open everything. In my last class, I was just so stressed. So I think I'm still not over it yet. But anyway, So problem solving. So I had some problems today. What would you guys do if you had to restart your computer right before you had to be somewhere?
I think problem solving at the work means that handling the challenges.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I think sometimes it just means apologizing. Bear with me a moment. Thanks for and say thanks for your patience. So, how about you, Araceli?
Yes, this kind of things happen to me very often.
Oh, really?
But yeah, many times. Well, not every day, but I have had that experience. Like, for example, I had prepared a class, and then I went with my laptop to the class, and
Uh-huh.
something didn't work. The connection maybe,
Uh-huh.
or maybe the internet was banned, or many kind of
Oh,
problems,
wow.
technical problems. So you can give the speech or the class you wanted to. You have to change
Yeah. And
by the fly. Yeah.
yeah, you have to basically you have to change by the fly of your pants, or another one that we use is you have to wing it. You know that one?
No, wing.
To wing it.
Oh.
To wing it means say especially in a classroom situation, um, and nothing works. What you planned on doing, um, either you couldn't get it open, or something happened. So you walk into class and you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do now? And then you just wing it, and it's my experience, it's the best classes I've ever had. So
I think the secret is not getting nervous
yeah,
because this is where you can find anything else to do, and you become obsessed. Like, I have to solve this technical problem. It may take you 30 minutes, and then you are losing a lot of time. So
exactly.
the right thing is, okay, forget about this. This is not working. I'll look for another thing to do.
Yeah, and I think,
And
excuse me, go on.
no, sorry, no, not to get nervous, to stay
Yeah.
patient, and the people will understand.
And do you agree with that, Cornell, when you go into a business customer situation and nothing works? You just not be nervous, be confident?
Mhm. Yeah, I am getting nervous because goods is not sent on time
Uh-huh.
from the supplier.
Uh-huh.
So I am getting nervous due to the situation, and I always get some reason from the supplier, and I have to push them to deliver the goods in time and on time.
Mm-hmm.
So
See,
it is essential to get the goods on time
mhm.
for production.
Okay. Okay. It's interesting, Cornell, your grammar is a pretty, and especially the words that you choose are really really good. So what we need to work on is the way you pace yourself, and slowing down, and then and so forth, so you'll be easier to understand. But
Yes,
I
yes,
think you're actually on your way. So
yes. I try to do it.
to slow down, yeah. So I just wanted to let you know that once you get there, it will be fine. Eduardo, how are you today? Hello, Eduardo. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on problem solving. Okay, and um, so problems and solutions. Okay, so in pairs, we've got two people here, but we've got three of us. Let's study the following sentences and complete the definitions below with the underlined terms. Okay, so bear with me a moment. Okay, so we have, hello.
Hello?
Hi, can you hear us? Hello, can you hear? We can hear you.
What?
We can hear you. Can you hear us? Hello, Eduardo?
O sea, chico.
No, I am
Hola,
again.
hola, que estás en una clase de inglés, ¿lo sabes?
Yes.
Ah, sorry. No, te preguntas si nos oyes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello, how are you?
Fine.
Good, good. We're going to start studying some English, and can you see the board?
Can you see that?
Can you see the words on the board? Can you see the?
No. Ah, yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So we're going to read through this and learn some new words. Okay. So this is advanced level class. So, okay, we're going to read through this systematically. Let's start with let's just read through this and then we'll figure out the answers to the matching. Araceli, can you read the first paragraph? Or not first paragraph, first sentence.
If you have a problem, yes, yes.
If you have a problem with your computer, call Mike. He's very good at troubleshooting.
Okay. And
Yes.
what is your name? You're
Mar-
Edward?
Maria.
Maria. Okay, cool. Maria, could you read the second paragraph, second sentence?
Okay. You could try emailing Kate. It's a bit a long shot, so she rarely replies.
Okay, so it's a bit of a long shot, though. So this, the GH isn't sounding. It's a bit of a long shot, though. She rarely replies. Okay, Cornell, could you read the third sentence?
Yeah. After a slight hiccup, or I don't know, we managed to launch the product.
Excellent. And okay, how are you today?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
Very good. Could you go ahead and read the fourth sentence?
Okay. Taking out a loan to pay for your bills is just quick fix. You will need to find a more permanent solution.
Okay, thank you. And Araceli, can you read the next one?
Lack of employee motivation is a serious obstacle to a company's financial success.
Okay. And Maria, can you read the next one?
The television screen isn't very clear. I think there must be some sort of defect.
Okay. And Cornell.
Scientists are studying long-term solutions to the problem of global warming.
Perfect. Okay. So first of all, yeah, Maria, we're gonna mute you, and when you're not speaking, you can unmute yourself. Okay.
What?
And we're gonna have you close your mic when you are not speaking, because we're hearing a lot of noise. So, okay. Okay. So, are there any words or phrases you do not know here? Any words or phrases you don't know here?
Hiccup?
Hiccup. After a slight hiccup, we managed to launch the product on time. Okay, so I'm gonna turn on my camera real quick, and a hiccup actually comes from here, and it's like, and the only thing that can stop it would be if you drank some water, or if somebody scared you. And it's kind of it's an air thing from here. You go. It's not a burp, but it's something you can't control. Babies get it a lot. So, um, so
My
does
son
it?
is hiccuping.
Your son is hiccuping?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Yeah, because they babies will get it a lot. Sometimes children will. Sometimes in school, the children will go and ask their teacher if they can go get some water, and the teacher will say, "Well, if you prove to me that you're hiccuping, and then you can get water," and it scares them, and then they stop hiccuping. So that's what a hiccup is. Now, in this respect, when it comes to problem solving, if you say that there's a slight hiccup, it actually means that there's been a small problem. Just a small problem. We've had a slight problem. So a slight hiccup could be, for example, Cornell, since he's in logistics, a hiccup for him would be the product that he's waiting for didn't get on the truck, or the truck had a flat tire and didn't make it to the airplane in time. That would be a slight or a big hiccup, actually. So, okay, any other words? Or does everybody understand?
Yes, I'm not sure about the meaning of long shot there.
Okay, a long shot. If something is a long shot, it means there's probably a 5% chance that that person would actually agree to it. So if, say for example, you are having a big conference and you decide that you want to have, I'm thinking Robin Williams, but that wouldn't work. You want to have Eddie Murphy come and or a movie star come and speak, Oprah Winfrey maybe, or a celebrity come and speak at this conference. Well, for most celebrities, it would, depending on the organization, it would be a long shot. You can ask, but they will probably say no. Does that make sense?
Yes, like you're shooting, but it's too far. The target is very far, so it's difficult that it's difficult that you arrive to it, that you reach it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's a long shot that you can even do it. It's and sometimes it might be just to get somebody to do something or for something to happen. So, next one. Any other words? Okay, so let's go ahead and match these now. Okay, so okay, could you read number 1?
Okay. A technical problem that prevents something from working properly.
Okay, so everyone, what would that be?
Obstacles?
Sorry.
I think a defect.
Okay, obstacle. Oh, sorry, I'm having a problem today. A technical problem that prevents something from working properly.
Defect
is a defect. So, so a defect would be, for example, well, for example, I was having a technical problem, and which is ruined my whole day. I couldn't get into Chrome. My computer was working otherwise, but Chrome was not working, which is where I have everything set up. So that would be a technical problem. Okay, number 2, Araceli, could you read that?
A problem which causes a delay, but it's not very serious. A hiccup.
Yes, a slight hiccup. You can have a big hiccup too. So, okay, Maria, can you read the next one? Number 3.
A solution that has a little chance of being successful.
Okay.
Um,
It's a solution or an opportunity too.
uh, um,
Okay, anybody can answer.
long-term solutions.
Long-term
No.
solution? No.
Long shot?
It's a long shot. So it's a bit of a long shot, though. She rarely replies. So Kate could be the solution, right? So yeah. So it's a long shot. Thank you, Maria, for trying. Cornell, can you read the next one?
Yeah, something that prevents you from making progress.
Okay.
I think before it would be
Okay, what was that? I didn't hear you.
I don't know.
Okay. Can anybody help Cornell? Something that prevents you from making progress.
An obstacle.
Yes, an obstacle. Anything that comes in your way of doing that. Okay. So it's very similar to a slight hiccup, actually. Okay. Okay. Could you read the next one?
Okay. A fast and easy solution that solves a problem only for a short time. Quick fix.
Yes. Yeah. So can you think of an example of a quick fix?
Quick. Sometimes in old TV, I sometimes hit the old TV to the quick fix.
What do you mean?
The current digital TV doesn't work, but for the old time, TV, kind of branch of TV, sometimes I hit the TV to fix
Okay. Okay. So you move the TV, and then it fixes it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was thinking, for me, it's, say, for example, if my button falls off, and I don't have time to sew it, a quick fix is a pin. So.
Sorry, I question. Is this the word you use, for example, if you have something that is not working, a breakdown, and you are not really solving that? It's like you're doing it badly, or or there is another word for this, or do you use quick fix for?
Actually, you can use it. Well, it's a quick fix, but another word we can say is it's a band-aid. So sometimes a quick fix is permanent. For example, sometimes some of our computer problems that we have, the quick fix for it is to restart, and then your computer works fine, right? That's a quick fix. So sometimes it's a permanent, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just like a band-aid. It's temporary until you can come up with a long-term solution.
Yes, I was thinking a word we use in Spanish, and it's like, for example, you call a repair person and he or she's not doing a proper work because he's doing it quickly and not very and so
well.
he did what would you say in English?
We would say he did a half-ass job.
Okay, so probably not.
That's one way of saying it. He did a bad job, but half-ass means he did the work, but he didn't do it well enough, and you have to take it back because he didn't do it right the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's one half-assed job, and actually it should be, because it's an adjective, it should be with the hyphen between it. But you would say the job was half-assed, no hyphen. So let's go to the next one. Discovering and solving problems. Which one is that?
Troubleshooting.
Yeah, so he's very good at troubleshooting. So if you have somebody that's really good at figuring out your computer or problems that you have, he's very good at figuring it out. So troubleshooting, perfect. Okay, now next one. Solutions which solve a problem for an extended period of time. That would, of course, be the last one, long-term solutions. Okay, so let's. We've already talked. Sorry, we've already talked about a quick fix. Can you guys think of a long-term solutions? Think of a problem and a long-term solution that you may have had.
For example, in Spain, there are a lot of education laws, and they are just trying to make quick fix to some problems. But many of the teachers think that we have a permanent law that thinks about long-term solutions. That means, for example, you start educating children and wait maybe 10 years until your changes have an effect.
Yeah, so the teachers are wanting the long-term solutions, but the administration are just doing quick fixes.
Yeah, that's it.
Unfortunately, I think that's the same in the States as well. So.
Yes, because the politicians only think about being re-elected, so it's quick fixes always for them because they just have 4 years and they are thinking of the re-election. They a very common critic we make. They don't think on the long term.
Yeah, so it's a real, instead of a real, you can say, to say it two ways. It's a real common critique or a real common criticism.
Okay.
It's common criticism. Okay. Oops, I spelled that wrong. Criticism. Okay. Cornell.
Yeah.
In your job, because you work with logistics and buying, can you describe a hiccup or an obstacle you've had to deal with in your work?
Yeah. I think hiccup is a disadvantage at my current job because it is impolite behavior towards a supplier or other people when I am a meeting. So it is absolutely disadvantage behavior.
Well, actually, sometimes it isn't. Say, for example, if a truck is coming to deliver and the hiccup is they had a flat tire, that's a hiccup.
Yeah.
So, but can you think of a specific example that you've dealt with? Or
yeah, as I mentioned. Yeah, as I mentioned before, hiccup is a disadvantage behavior during the meeting.
Okay, I misunderstood you. I thought you said a different way. So I thought you said it was impolite, but it doesn't.
Impolite. Yeah, it is impolite way during the meeting or speaking or somebody.
See, then that's the thing. A hiccup is not impolite. It's usually an accident.
Yeah, you are right. Hiccup is an accident, but when you are participating on a meeting, it would be a disadvantage.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, I see what you're saying. All right, let's go on to the next one. So study the following adjectives. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read these out loud, and then we'll talk about what they mean. We've got critical, persistent, insignificant, severe, irrelevant, trivial, minor, unimportant, ongoing, or urgent. Do you guys know what these mean? Any questions about them?
What does persistent mean?
Persistent means it's something that continually happens all the time. And usually we'll use that he is persistently late every day, or we have a persistent problem. He is late every day. So it's just something that happens quite often, or every week, or
Is it standard?
it's not, well, it's a standard for that person, but it's not a good thing.
Yeah, it is a persistent is a standard behavior.
Yeah. So for whoever you're talking about, yes. So, okay. Any other words here? Do you know them all? I'm assuming silence means everything else you know. Excellent. Okay, so which, in your opinion, work together and decide which 5 adjectives describe problems or issues that usually need serious attention. What do you guys think?
Severe.
Severe is correct. Yes, that is one.
Critical.
Critical, yes. Anything else?
Urgent.
Urgent, yes. Two more.
Ongoing.
Ongoing, yes. And one more.
Persistent.
No. Yes. No? Yes. Oh, okay. I was thinking we needed to underline urgent, but that's already done. So, I'm coming down with a cold. Can you guys tell? So, these 5 adjectives you usually need serious attention: critical, persistent, severe, ongoing, and urgent. Now describe the following problems using the adjectives from this exercise. Okay, so number 1, you are stuck in traffic and will be a few minutes late for your English lesson. Okay, since you are always late for your English lesson.
So describe the word with adjective.
Yeah. See if you can explain that.
Persistent.
Persistent. Okay. Can you just tell us, describe your problem using some of these words.
Okay. A traffic jam persistently happened, so he is always late for the class.
Exactly. Okay. Is there any other ways that can be said? RFLE, can you think of a way?
You can say that it's a minor problem, especially if it doesn't happen every day.
Yeah.
But
okay. So could you say it in a sentence then?
I had a minor problem getting to my English class because I was stuck in traffic.
Okay. Or instead of I have, you would probably say I had.
I meant I had. Bad pronunciation.
Yeah. Oh, is it pronunciation? Okay. So try to pronounce the D. Had. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one. Cornell, your computer suddenly breaks down. How do you describe this problem using these words?
I think it would be an urgent problem to solve it.
Uh-huh. So can you describe it? Just say something using these words.
Yeah, urgent. As I mentioned before, for example, my computer or your computer suddenly breaks down. It is urgent to fix it as soon as possible.
Okay. Or you can say, like, I ran into an urgent issue because my computer suddenly breaks down. What have you guys ever had that problem where you're using your computer and then all of a sudden it stops? Just turns off?
Sometimes it's like frozen.
Okay. So you have a freezing computer. And okay, Maria, Cornell, have you
Yeah,
ever had that problem?
yeah, it happens during a class, so I have left the class because I couldn't do anything.
Uh-huh.
The Google Chrome froze, and
Uh-huh. Okay. And when I was, when was it? It was in 2008. I was working with middle school students in China on a pilot project, and I was in Finland. And I had some other teachers, and we were all doing this together. And my computer just stopped, didn't work, and I couldn't get it to start for 3 days. And then I took it to a friend's house who was very good at computers, and it started right up, no problem. And has that ever happened to anybody?
I remember many years ago when we were using Windows 98, maybe. It was a very, very common problem. So I was working as a programmer at that time, and I was working with a computer, and many, many times in a day, the system would freeze, and yes, we were losing maybe part of our code of our job. So I got used to save every 5 seconds. Everything I was doing on my computer, I will press Control S to save the. So it's something that I keep doing every time I'm typing on the computer in a Word document or whatever. I'm saving constantly because I was in. Yeah, we had a lot of. I remember especially all Windows were really bad at this.
At that time compared to now. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, like right now, my computer, my laptop is sitting on a tray. Do you guys know that word? It's a serving tray. On my desk. Because I am scared that it will overheat.
But is that a special tray for?
No, it isn't. It's just I had a fan for it for a long time, and then I broke the fan, and now I'm just sitting it on so where it's not sitting against anything, it's kind of up, it's raised, and there's air under the computer. So
yes,
because that's what happened to my last laptop, is it started to overheat, and I would be in the middle of a class and it would stop. And the computer would completely shut off, and I couldn't go back to my student. So that was in 2008. So then I'm pretty scared now. So anyway, let's go to number 3. Maria, could you read that? Maria? Okay. Okay, could you do number 3?
You're making breakfast, and you discover that you have run out of coffee.
So you have run out of coffee. Run out of coffee. Okay, so which words would you use here?
Urgent.
Okay, so talk to us. Use the word urgent.
Oh yeah. Lack of coffee is urgent issue. To how can I say? To my brain to make my brain start working in the morning. Yeah.
How funny. So, okay, you could say that, or you can say, I just ran out of coffee. I can't eat breakfast. I guess I'm going back to bed. This is an urgent situation. Do you understand him? Okay, it's
Yeah.
funny.
Yes, absolutely. I was having breakfast before in the class because I couldn't wait. Like Cornell said, I can't wait for an hour to have my coffee. It's an urgent problem.
And Cornell,
Yeah, I
you,
hate coffee, so uh, expect me everybody for everybody coffee is very important. Expect me.
accept me, accept me. Oh, actually, accept me too. But I drink Pepsi, so I get the caffeine, but I hate coffee. So, um, okay. Cornell, could you do number 4? One of your colleagues is late for work almost every day.
Yeah, one of your colleagues is late for work almost every day. It is persistent. Lating for work is a persistent behavior.
Okay, you can say it's a persistent behavior or it's a persistent problem. Okay, excellent. Persistent problem is what I would use with that one. Okay, number 5. Artheli, could you do number 5?
A financial crisis has seriously affected your company's profits. Mm, a critical problem.
Okay, so it's a critical problem to
Severe, maybe.
Yeah,
severe problem. Yeah, because
absolutely.
keep in mind these words are all adjectives, so we can't say you really have to have it in front of a noun. So it's a severe problem, a critical problem. Hopefully, it's not a persistent problem, right? So okay, um, okay. Could you do number 6?
You're in an important business meeting, and it starts to rain outside. Hmm. Uh, in, I don't know. It's up to how much rain. It could be minor or it could be critical.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Okay. So yeah,
No,
because I
no, I think irrelevant.
Hmm.
Yes, I agree.
you think what? Cornell, what did you say?
Irrelevant. I think
Irrelevant?
yeah, it is raining outside when I am taking part in a meeting. I think it is irrelevant information.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I mean, it's insignificant. But what if, say, for example, Ake, you're from
Hmm.
Japan,
Hmm.
and a rain shower could turn into something serious, right?
Yeah, sometimes flood happens, or the person is not in the building, kind of meeting venue. He
Mm-hmm.
he or she have to go there. So because of rain, train delay or bus delay, or I might picture such kind of thing.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So I think it depends on where you're actually from as far as what rain. Because I thought of insignificant, that that's doesn't matter, you know. But all right, let's go to the next page. Okay, so we're going to read through a dialogue. I'm glad we got to this. Okay, could you read A? You're going to be the technical support person, and Cornell, could you read B?
Yeah.
Okay. Technical support.
Hello Sam, it's Bob here.
Hello, Bob. What's What's gone wrong today?
Yes, when I seem to have a problem sending emails.
Can you be a bit more specific?
Well, when I click on the send button, the emails just remain in the outbox and do not get sent.
Have you tried closing and opening the program?
Yes, I have. It didn't help one bit.
What about restarting your computer? That might help.
I have done that too. No change either. Has something gone wrong with the server again?
I don't think so. Everything's working fine for me. Sounds like you may have somehow uh, altered the setting on your email program. Either that or it could have something to do with your internet connection.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure is the connection. I have no problems accessing the internet.
Hmm. In that case, it's probably your settings. I'll come over and try to sort it out.
Thanks.
Let's quickly go over one of the words right here. How do you pronounce this one?
Accessing is a permit.
Okay, it's actually the first C is like a k sound, so it's accessing, accessing,
Accessing.
accessing. Yeah,
Accessing.
yeah. So is this a typical call that you guys have you guys ever made in your companies?
Yes, I think yes.
Yeah, I never have never
But I
called
think
technical support.
but I
I email them.
yeah,
I'm
but I
sorry.
think I think technical support is not helpful in this situation.
Uh-huh. Okay. How about the rest of you?
Yes, I sometimes call the customer service if I cannot use computer properly or internet properly.
And are they helpful?
Sometimes, sometimes helpful. Not all the time.
Uh-huh. So I feel when I call technical support, sometimes I feel patronized. And Cornell, do you remember that word from the last class?
Not
Patronized.
just no.
Okay, that's when I felt like the technical support person is like, well, have you tried closing and opening your program? How about restarting your computer? You know, so they basically talk down to me like I don't know what I'm doing.
Maybe it's not that they are not sure what kind of user you are, so they have to make sure.
I know.
The obvious issues.
That's the problem. That's why I can't call them, because they don't realize that I'm. Do you guys know? You guys remember this word from another class? That tech savvy.
Yeah.
Tech savvy people, when they call technical support, sometimes feel patronized. So, because technical support, like Araceli said, they don't know where you are in your knowledge of computers. So.
This happened to me last summer. I was really angry because I had a bad internet because it was like a Wi-Fi connection, like so the 3G connections like that. So I was on vacation, so I checked and I saw there was I could in that city they said they had a coverture, so I went there and I was unable to use my internet connection. It was cutting every 5 seconds and it wouldn't load any page. It was really bad.
Wow.
So I called technical support and they say, well, you don't know, you are not using a residential line, you are using a mobile connection. It's a little bit slower, you're not used to it. So I was really angry because I said, no, of course I know what I'm doing. And then she said like, well, maybe you are using an old-fashioned Windows, and I was trying every kind of things, but they were
Wow.
just like saying, we are not solving your problem. That it was a network problem. They didn't offer the service, but they were
Uh-huh.
like looking for excuses. So
Exactly.
yeah, and they were, yes, patronizing me, like treating me like I knew nothing about the internet.
Exactly. Yeah, I had that one time. I called the phone company to see how much, what the speed would be for if I used their mobile internet. And all they cared about was how much I used, like, but not, she didn't understand what speed, you know. And so finally she said, I just, I didn't want to talk to her like an idiot, but she did not know what she was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it that happens. I sometimes called in other time and other person
uh-huh,
got the call, and sometimes they explained or solve it in different way.
uh-huh.
So if you think this person is not good, you have a second chance.
Exactly. Well, what happened was I hung up on her.
Mhm.
I mean, not in a mean way, but she was going to transfer me, and I just did not trust that she was going to transfer me to anybody that knew anything. And 5 minutes later, a technical support person called, and she actually understood my question. So, yeah, because 3G is you can usually be fairly good. I've taught using 3G, so
Yes, it can be really fast.
so how funny. So, all right, let's go to the next dialogue. Um, so, Maria, are you still here with us? Okay, maybe she's not. Um,
Yes,
yes, you are.
yes.
Awesome, you are here. Okay, awesome. Okay,
Yes.
can you read A, and then in this dialogue, you read A, and then Araceli, if you could read B.
Hey,
Okay. Yeah.
hi Daniel. It looks like we have a serious problem. I'm at the conference and I have got my presentation on 25 minutes, but the damn laptop has just crashed on me and I have lost my PowerPoint slides.
Oh no. So the oh, that's not a good word. Bad word. But has just crashed on me, and I've lost all my PowerPoint slides. Okay. Araceli?
Good grief! Are you saying it won't even start up?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, let's not panic. I don't suppose you made a backup or a backup of the data?
Yes, I did actually. There should be a CD on my desk.
Yes, I can see it from here. Look, what I suggest is that you get on to the organizers and have them reschedule your presentation. I'll send them my assistant with a replacement laptop.
I'm not sure about that idea. The conference center seems quite far from our office. How long will it take her to get there? Her?
Only about 30 minutes, assuming the traffic doesn't hold her up. So the best thing would be to arrange for your presentation for 3 o'clock.
Right. That makes sense. I will go sort out right away.
Okay. Has that ever happened to any of you? We kind of talked about it earlier.
Yes, but not so serious situation.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I've had it with I've had small, minute, slight hiccups sometimes when I'll start a class, but it's not something like this. So, all right. So let's look at this. Which dialogue involves a technical problem? The first one or the second one?
First one.
I think both of them.
I'm thinking
Yeah,
both.
Yeah.
Yeah. In which dialogue was the problem resolved?
In the second one.
Okay. In which dialogue was the problem considered very urgent?
Both.
Well, in the first one, I think the technical person wasn't too serious.
Yeah, I think in the first one he was pretty patronizing, so, depending on his tone of voice. So, but okay, Cornell, you think it was both?
Yeah, I think yes. Both are very important to solve it as soon as possible.
Okay, because he was willing to actually go to the desk and try to figure out what the problem is, I'll come over and try to sort it out. Okay. Yeah, and I kind of think this one is the person was like, okay, let's not panic. Good grief. You know, the only thing I didn't notice this when I was looking through it earlier. I do apologize. This word can be offensive to some people, and some people it's not. So I apologize that they had put that in there. So well, we don't have time for role play. That's what we were going to do is role play. So it's almost to the end. I hope you guys learned something and got some new words. So what was your new word, Ake?
My new word, actually, there's no new word.
No
Okay.
words. Okay.
Yeah.
How about Araceli, any new words?
Hiccup, to wing something.
To wing it? Yeah.
Yeah. Half-ass. Too.
Okay. And Maria, did you any new words?
Quick fix, hiccup.
Hiccup.
Yeah,
Okay.
quick fix.
Excellent. Thank you. And then Cornell, any new words?
Yeah, hiccup and long shot.
The hiccup and long shot. Excellent. All right. All right. So hopefully we'll remember these for the next classes. I am going to take a weekend, so I'll see you guys in a couple days if you happen to take my class. The next class I think I have is something about outsourcing, so business English again. So I hope to see you guys in a couple days. So
Yes,
thank
you
you.
very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Bye.
Enjoy your days off.
I will. I will. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.